listen over. You a queen when I less than I'm a gozy. Owamie, Owamie. Owamie, Owamie. Owamie, Owamie. Owamie, Owamie. Girl, you're such a powerful woman.
Hi ninjas, how are you doing? It's a girl, Owamie, aka Miss Fear Focal, bring back for our entertainment. If it's the first time joining me, almost definitely welcome. Please do make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell. I absolutely love you. Now, my ninjas, today we are going to talk about Skoteni, Gogo Maweni, and listen, okay? I am about to tell you guys things that are going to actually have you tatazeling shiboba. Okay, today we can go ahead and call it Skoteni and Gogo Maweni Day. So, yay! I'm sure maybe I'll try to get that audio. But I do have to advise you guys, viewers, discretion. Please don't have your kids watching this. When I tell you guys, these are stuff made of nightmares. These are stuff, wrong 10 vibes, wrong 10, okay? So there is allegations that have been put forth that Gogo Maweni is involved in 3 murders at this point. 3. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you guys every single thing. However, I have to now start off by telling you guys where all this started. How did this all start? Okay, so bear with me as I explain to you guys, and then we'll get to the actual juice. Okay, so anyway, a long time ago, there was one Skoteni and Gogo Maweni as friends. Okay. This friendship did not last long, well, in my books, and it has turned sour in the worst way, okay? So these two have been having their beefs. They've been fighting back and forth. They go under the belt, okay? You see, there's under the belt, and then there's under the belt. That's exactly where they go. And then sometimes Maweni also goes under the grave. Like both of them actually, like they are zero control. Okay. So now, this is what happened this time to Spike. As I'm saying, they were friends. They fell off or fell out. They started saying each other's secrets and whatever. But this time, they decided that they were going to just finish each other off. Like, there is no stone left unturned, okay? So, this started when Skoteni was on her podcast. She was with a guy called Piwe, and they were talking. So, a topic, or Piwe asked about how she feels about Dominic. Now, Dominic is a TikToker who is, who identifies as a woman, you know, if I'm not too mistaken. She goes by, obviously, the pronouns she. I've seen others call her them, but I don't know about that. But I refer to her as she, okay? And Skoteni had an issue with Dominic because Dominic would be posting on her own platform on TikTok, and people that come to be homophobic towards her, she decides that she's going to take a screenshot of what you have commented. She's going to go and do research on who you is and where you work. And she is going to attach that screenshot of your comment with a message to the company you work for. Now, a lot of people do not read their policies when they go to work. And most of them, their agreements that they've signed, their code of conduct also involves that they shouldn't do this, they shouldn't be there. And some companies, their policies do not want people that are homophobic, racist, xenophobic, all sorts of fake. You get? So due to that, the company sometimes would maybe tell the person to say, we're going to give you a written warning, but you have to apologize. So people are now starting to come back to apologize, literally to keep their jobs after they left homophobic comments. They allowed their true self be revealed, and so Skoteni had an issue with that. She felt Dominic needs to just take it, even if they're being homophobic, even if that, she needs to just take it because she's in the public platform. Okay. Now, obviously, this did not sit well with Dominic. From what I hear, she did go live and she said some stuff. I will not even comment on that because I did not see the live. See, the thing with TikTok lives is that you only get what people screen record unless you were actually in the live. So a lot of times context is missed because if anyone can literally cut whichever parts they want and comment on that, So obviously I didn't see any clip of Dominique, and I saw Skoteni's screen recorded where she was now just being rude. She was being homophobic. And she was just being disrespectful as hell. Okay. Now, that was the time that I actually made a video. Literally, I think it was like 15 seconds saying that, like, you made your point. We get your point. That's your point, right? Then why do you have to be disrespectful? Calling her Tate Dominic, and which was being said as an insult and stuff. And I do have a video here that I've done. If you guys want that, you can just go watch the whole story. She came out and obviously, she was very disrespectful to me as well, which is very much on brand for her. So that was that. Now, Dominique got so much hate to a point where she had to take a break from social media. So she came out and she told us that, listen, I am actually going to take a break. I'm going to be stepping away from social media a little bit. And then, social media, obviously, like when I say social media, I'm talking about TikTok. That's when a lot of people started coming out to say, but listen, we have never seen Dominique like under people's posts and trying to correct them there, or, in terms of like doing what she does. She does this to people that come to her page and are homophobic to her. And it's not like she's lying on anybody. She's literally just taking what you have commented and sent to your employers. Okay, the main reason for that, yes, maybe she does want you to pay for that, sorry, or she's helping the company, I don't know, okay, but you cannot go and provoke someone and now wanna dictate how they're going to react to you. Jew is not going to just do that, okay? So obviously all that happened and the whole thing started actually coming down until Dominic comes back, and there was a lady who is called Nosy who was on live on TikTok. As she was live, guys, I see that, I came across the screen grabs because, again, I did not watch the original live, and it was Nosy and she was with Gogo Maweni, okay? Next thing, Dominic is also there. So we got to see Dominic's comeback from that live, majority of us, okay? And in that live, obviously, Skoteni's name was going to come up. Like, they were discussing the situation that had happened as well and everything. And when I tell you guys, all hell started to break loose. Skoteni went live. She basically called Nosy, Maweni, Gogo Maweni, and Dominic the Powerpuff Girls. She went on to say that they smell. She was calling Gogo Maweni all sorts of ugly. When I tell you guys that she was going in, she was literally going in. Now, of course, Gogo Maweni comes in and she does a live, and this time she's by herself. She was so pissed. Oh, girl looked like she couldn't even breathe properly. She was like, you could see she was fuming. Actually, fuming is the word. She was fuming, fuming. And in that live, that was when she basically started now talking about Skoteni. Skoteni needs to come out and talk about the rape cases that she has. Allegedly, Skoteni actually has Matwasana getting sexually assaulted in her, I don't know what they call it. Is it in Dumba or in her matwasaring thing? Okay? Don't judge me. I don't know. And then, with that, obviously, Ooh, Gogo Maweni then went on to say that is why your child is dead. It's because of your sins, basically. It's because of your things. How do you expect your children to basically have, long life or proper life when this is what you do to other people's kids? Like, I'm rephrasing here what I understood. But then even with that, Gogo Maweni actually was talking about how you're going to talk about my child. Yes, my child has got epilepsy and all that. So I didn't know, because again, as I'm saying, all this stuff happened live, and then there are certain parts that we never get to see. We only see the parts that people or screen grabs choose to post. So yeah, it was a very difficult one. I did not know, obviously, if she spoke about Gogo Maweni's child or whatever, but when I tell you guys that people were now just like, wow, Gogo Maweni went too far, that is too far, you don't say that, you don't do this, you don't do that. It was now going down on TikTok, okay? And I was sitting there and I'm like, again, you do not get to disrespect people and then try to dictate how they come back at you. There's a difference between talking and disrespect. And that's my opinion, honestly. I am really sad for Skoteno, the fact that she lost a child. From what I've heard, they say that there's nothing more painful than the deepest death is when the hurt, right? Is when it's of someone you came from their womb and someone who came from your womb. So basically, it's when a mother dies or a child dies. So I'm sure that she's still grieving, which is something that is very, very sad, and everything. And however, Scottini has a vile mouth, guys. She really does. There was a clip where I actually saw, and she was talking about calling, I think she was calling Gogo Maweni, from what I heard. She called him Mountwana, something like that, which is a derogatory word to call somebody dark. Like dark complexed. So yeah, people were saying that Gogo Maweni went too far. What do I think? I do think that it's not nice. However, at this point, I'm gonna sit back and watch what is happening. They are choosing to throw things at each other, at each other. So after that, you guys, Skoteni retaliating from that live that was done by the three of them, if I'm not mistaken, but with another, because she's very active. She's very active on her TikTok. Hey, she does have over 2 million followers. So let me tell you something, it's a lot of people, okay, that are backing her up. So she basically then goes on to talk about how Gogo Maweni's husband is gay, or rather bi. She claims that she saw him with Gogo Maweni's best friend, who is also a gay guy, kissing and doing stuff. And she claims that she saw it with her 2 eyes. She claims that Gogo Maweni's husband was basically proposing, I think she said one of her Lutwasana, and she claims that she told her, no, I don't want stress, like don't date that man and stuff like that, And I think both of them at this point, they were now starting to use privileged information, which is something that I absolutely hate. When I tell you guys that I have friends that we fall out, if I fall out with you in private, you guys will never hear a pim from me about that friendship. Never. But if that person decides that they're gonna come online and try to embarrass me, I will go under hell to drag your ass. I'm being honest. I personally feel like there's certain privilege that you should afford each other if you guys used to be friends. I'll never be the one to start putting out those deep secrets unless you do. Then I also have to. Do you understand? But I don't see a reason. And in all honesty, I don't Friendships these days are just so complicated, because imagine having a friend and trusting them, and when you guys fall out, this is what they do. It's sad. Looking at the fact that these two were once friends, it's really, really sad. Okay? So now it was now just a game of, I would definitely say, throwing each other stuff at each other. And at this point, I think it's like competition of who will come out with the most shocking information. We are all shocked, like, oh, spontaneous rape cases. Oh my gosh, And then we're shocked. Oh, Maweny's husband is died. What's going on? Like, there was a lot that was going on. However, when I tell you guys, I was not prepared. I was not prepared for what actually came out yesterday for you guys as you're watching. And I'm sitting here and I am still in shock. Shock! So, Skotani went live. And when she went live, she decided that she was going to retaliate for what was said about her son. So she claims that, or not claims, she says that she's going to fight for her child, her late son. That ever since her son has passed, they've been talking about her and this and that. And she says that, my son, I fought for you when you were here, and I'm even going to still continue to fight for you when you are not here, which obviously we all know he passed, as I said, sadly, RIP. And so she decided that, I know that you know hell. I know you know under hell. She actually went a step further. And that will be coming just now in part 2, where we are going to just discuss this particular situation, because I did not want to mix them. But now, when you guys go to part 2 of this, you will know where this all started. So I had to obviously skip some stuff, but not a lot. But you guys will now know where this round of a fight actually now started. Okay, go ahead and comment down below, say part 2 if you want part 2, but it is coming anyway. Just comment something to boost the algorithm. Just comment something. From Owamie, I love you guys so much. Stay blessed. And yes, the video will be coming just now. Like, the moment this one finishes, another one will be here, so you can just literally jump to the next one. Anyway, love you, ninja. Stay blessed, and I will see you guys in my next upload. Bye.